Hello and welcome back to the Bastard Children of Everil and Unbardoon Adventure. Previously on the Bastard Children of Everil, having slain one of two displacer beasts that were attacking a caravan of farmers, the bastards saw the other one run in terror from the roar of a large beast. Helaena spotted a woman with a large staff in the distance casting spells and attempted to sneak up on her. Hearing the clanging of chainmail behind her, the woman turned and put up her hands in surrender. She introduced herself as Alice Ratteran, a monster hunter from the House of Ratteran. Upon hearing that displacer beasts were nearby, she sprinted over to the carcass of the beast and began working on it. She asked who took the beast out, and Buddy confidently asserted that he was the one that destroyed the beast, but Quincy was not having it. She gave Abydan a medicine kit to assist the wounded, and he tended to the farmers. The farmers expressed their extreme gratitude to the bastards, as they had saved them all from a gruesome fate. The elder of them introduced them all. He was Hong Evist, the great Hong Evist of Everon, and these were all his children and grandchildren. He explained that they had to evacuate their homes in Everon because there were spiders that were coming from the fountain and began attacking them. They were now on their way to Everil. Quincy spoke with the two children, Rami and Bodash, and ensured that they were safe and taken care of. Rami mentioned that she left her book of spells at home and would like it back. Alice told them all about her encounters with the similar spiders from Everon, and also about a new creature she had been hunting, the Empress, a shadow scorpion from the Nine Marrows that she knows was in these very woods. After some discussion with Alice and the Evis family, it was decided that they would rest for an hour or two, and then Alice will go to House Renevar with the Evis, and the bastards would continue to Everon to see what could be done about their spider infestation. During the rest, Abydan and Helaena talked about how important it is for them to think before acting, and that people that they love are all at risk of being used against them if they are not careful. After resting, the bastards said goodbye to the Evis and continued towards Everon, stopping to rest for the night under the red benefix tree covered in chimer vines. Buddy and Tilda took their watch together, and they opened up to one another about what they each thought about the others. And Tilda revealed that a dear friend had died in the process of helping her escape her past life. This still weighed on her, but Buddy encouraged her not to let their death ruin what they died for. They embraced, and after talking much longer, played a prank on Quincy, causing him to pee his pants while asleep. The next morning, the bastards finished their journey to Everon. They could see the small abandoned hamlet. 3 houses, a barn, and the historic fountain are all that it consisted of. The water was black and hissed in the sunlight. The doors of the houses were all swung open, and the sound of scratching, scuffling, and scurrying is heard within the White House. And that is where we are, in The Bastard Children of Everil and Unbardoon Adventure. And the story continues now.
Well, hey there, gang.
Hey!
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
These intros are getting, I don't know how to describe them, but...
Hot.
They change every week. Yeah, hot. That's the way we should describe this.
Welcome to D&D After Dark.
I don't like that.
Not at all?
So I've been called Dungeon Daddy for years at this point, but I didn't like that.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and leave the call. Goodbye.
All right.
How do I stop the recording? How do I stop the recording?
I don't think you can. I have all the power. Let's go ahead and get started in this. So you all are now at Everon. Everon, the tiny little hamlet farmland village consisting of only 3 houses and a barn, as well as a fountain in the center of the area. You all just came to the rescue of the family Evist, who is now in the tender love and care of Alice Ratteran, the wizard monster hunter who you all met last session. With that being said, exactly where we left off, you all hear a scratching coming from the house that has the green roof that is painted white. You all are able to hear this scratching almost as though something is living inside, something living and very large. With that being said, my friends, the story is yours.
Now, it sounds to me like there's something scratching and very large inside that barn.
Listen, we just fought the displacer beast. I don't want to see any spiders that are bigger than me. And I am not very large, so I don't need to see anything bigger than me that could kill me.
That's just an average wolf spider, Tilda.
Right. Before we go headlong into this conflict with horrible creatures, I say we do some reconnaissance, if you will.
Someone with a good head on their shoulders. I agree.
Oh, you think so?
It's very pretty, Quincy.
You're the only person who has suggested not running headlong into danger and doing something before that. So yes, Quincy, right now you're my favorite.
Hey, I said let's not go into the house. Let's avoid
I
the
am the
scratching
favorite,
noises.
Tilda. Allow me to speak.
But
don't think
all right, everyone,
favoritism
he's
is
got to
warranted.
give him the speaking stick. Here's a stick. Everyone, you can only speak if you have the stick, and I pass Quincy a stick.
Well, thank you.
Horrible idea.
Now that I have the Abydan,
You don't have the speaking stick.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Dungeon Master interjection. Tilda had something to say.
No, I didn't.
She
Oh,
doesn't
never
have the
mind,
speaking
never mind.
stick. It doesn't
No,
matter.
I don't have the speaking stick. So
Oh,
I stopped.
right. My bad. That's on me. I didn't take up the social cues.
I start marching in front of the group back and forth with the stick. Okay, so here's the things that we know about this. And I use minor illusion to conjure up like a whiteboard sort of thing with the town of, like the map of Everon that we got. Is the house with the green roof that seems to have some skittering coming inside of it. Obviously, some sort of spider-like creature.
I didn't think getting a new family would make me go to school, Quincy.
Speaking stick, Tilda. Speaking stick. Respect the sanctity of the speaking stick.
Sorry, something to add?
No. Continue.
Helaena is visibly unraveling. Is all of this. Like, this is not. Oh no, this is not gonna work.
So where was I? There's a fountain. That seems to be the source of where they are coming from. I say we should check that out from afar, and then kind of the other buildings. But since we know that the spiders are currently in that house, we should not go to that house first.
Are we sure that
thing you
they're
said.
spiders? Are we sure that it's all spiders? That's my only question.
I hand Helaena the speaking stick.
We're not privates who have lost their privileges at lunch. Ah, fine. Are we positive, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that this is all just spiders?
No.
May I have the stick?
Yes, Quincy, the stick.
Thank you. So the spiders are the only ones that have been mentioned before, aside from the infestation, bugs that the dogs mentioned as well. Yes, Abydan, here you go.
Thank you, Quincy. Also, the Empress is more of a scorpion spider thing that also got mentioned. And also, we know that whatever smoke is, the purple haze down there, can just make things appear. So the things we faced could be variable.
Yeah, the speaking stick.
You may have the speaking stick, yes.
All right. I just want to add that scorpions and spiders, they're both arachnids, so I don't even know why we're trying to differentiate between them. If there's an infestation of arachnids, they're going to be 8 legs no matter what. Tilda, here's a stick. I just want you to say something random.
I'm going to walk over here. And then I start walking closer to one of the other houses. Can I make a perception check to see, not too close, but just to see if I notice anything other than the scratching?
Quincy
Well,
starts
sure.
mouthing.
My mage hand goes over and takes the stick from her.
Hold on.
To answer your request there, yes. Go ahead and make a perception.
Let's see what happens. That's a 14. Not bad.
With a 14, you're able to see what is prominently this fountain statue in the middle of these four structures. You're also able to see a burbling or gurgling black sludge that used to be what would apparently have been water from this water feature, leading directly in from the nearby stream. You are also able to tell that these three houses have names associated with them. Each one is given sort of a placard on each. You have the largest of the houses, the Great Evist Manor. You also have the lesser manor of the two of the triplets, I should say. And then you have one solo house that is the white painted with the green roof. That is the solo house of Joshua All and his wife Shelley and their children Rami and Bodash.
Buddy, can I have the speaking stick, please? Actually, never mind.
Quincy has it, actually.
Oh my gosh. There is a bunch of black sludge coming out of this fountain, and it's nasty, and there's scratchy noises coming from the house, but then the other houses have names on it. Somebody make a decision.
I'm sorry.
I really don't want.
Yeah, so how
Buddy?
How close are we to or how close is Tilda and how close are we to like the fountain and the houses?
I'm gonna say that just about everything that you see here is approximately within 30 to 60 foot of each other. You all standing at the house that I gave you in your map here, you all are right at 30 foot away from the fountain, okay. I should say. 60 foot away from the barn, 45 foot away from the house just on the other side of the creek river thing, and then about 20 foot away from the other house. Helaena.
I'm going to head over to the fountain to examine that further. And you said, or what I know, the fountain is fed directly from the stream?
Yes, that is correct.
Are we able to see the stream from where we are?
Yes, you can. Make a perception check. Yeah, make a perception check. I know what you're going to ask. Yeah, I think
I will back up Helaena. I'm not going to do the investigation, but I'll just keep an eye out on any ambushes with the sword drawn.
Okay.
I rolled a 3. There's no way. 5 total.
Even with a 5 total, you can see that the river itself seems to be at least coming from, or where it flows from the north southward. You can see that the northern portion of it is 100% clear, perfectly fine drinking water. It's used for the irrigation of their tiny little farmland. Now, after the statue or the fountain, you're able to see that it does have some sort of tainted quality to it, some sort of black sludge that's there. Abydan.
Yeah. So repeating kind of what Abydan did in the forest, can I open my divine senses to this clearly evil presence to try and see if it's intensified now that we're here?
Sure. So I'm going to play something a little bit different with divine sense that I don't think that I've done before.
Go for it.
I mean, divine sense typically being from paladins, whatever. Mm-hmm. One of the things that, if I'm remembering correctly, is actually that you can detect odors specifically.
Yeah.
You do get the hint of a foul odor coming from the fountain itself, as well as the stream as it makes its way down. But again, not from the pure water drinking source that you guys were at before.
Yeah.
Is the smell, since it is a smell, can I tell which direction it's coming from? Like in
It
terms
appears
of,
to be, yeah. It appears to be coming from north to south, but the smell doesn't start until it reaches the fountain.
Right.
Abydan will kind of murmur to Quincy and Helaena, the foulness in the air. There's evil. I'm not sure what kind, but it's the same kind that was in the forest that intensifies as you get closer to the fountain.
I would guess that it's the same kind of evil that's infected all of Everil. Inspecting this fountain isn't my forte. Would someone else like to do it?
I will give it a shot if you watch my back.
I've got
I will give Quincy the help action.
Investigation specifically, or is there something else with the knowledge that there seems to be some sort of corruptness there?
I'm gonna give you Arcana, actually.
Okay. So with advantage from Abydan. 12.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that the most of what you can gain from this would be the School of Magic, and it would be some sort of conjuration magic.
Conjuration, that makes sense. It appears that, well, based on these factors, that it's some sort of magic spell that is conjuring these. I'm not sure if it's specifically a portal or if it is like causing spirits to then take the form of spiders or that sort of thing. I can't really say.
Something has been, pun not intended, bugging me about all of this.
Well, they're
What?
arachnids, that's not a pun.
Thank you, buddy. What's the point? Why is this being done?
Specifically with Everon, I mean, they are by far the least on priorities for, I mean, Everil itself. I mean, it is such a small town. What is its significance?
Why
2
waste
letters,
the
2
energy
letters.
needed to cast a spell? Why expend the energy to wreak this havoc?
There
What
must
if
be
it's-
something. Oh, go ahead, buddy.
I was like, what if it's not expending energy? What if this is like just something that is unleashed, that is kind of like a new status quo? So by trying to stop it or trying to do things to it, you're expending energy versus just opening something up.
As in, this is the way things were, and the king's death unlocked it?
Maybe something along those lines, but I was thinking like the creature, his presence might be what's causing this. Like, is that Illithid's presence within the realm might have just opened up these weak points, and Everon just happens to be one of these weak points.
So
Another thought too. Oh, sorry, Quincy, but with this presence, and it seems to be running all these people out of their towns, and they're all heading towards Everil. Is there some reason why this creature might want to gather all these people together in one place?
A power source?
Maybe.
Yeah, Quincy's eyes go wide at this mention.
To
That
keep them in control if they can keep them captive.
that makes a lot of sense, actually, Tilda. I mean, if what we know about mind flayers is true, then they would want as many people around them to become thralls or some other sort of servant.
Or not to put too fine a point on it, snacks.
That too.
Or
Wait, what Illithids eat?
what if?
Brains, buddy.
What?
What
Yes.
if?
Shavera said if we ever came back, then his children or brothers will feast on our feeble minds.
I thought that was a metaphor.
No! Why would that be a metaphor?
I
Don't know.
There's something else we've not considered. Helaena,
What is that?
you would know this better than anyone. What is the flaw of any army?
Well, in my experience, that they have to take orders from someone. No one soldier will act on their own without their commanding officer telling them what to do.
Now imagine an army moving with a singular will, united by some dark purpose.
Instead of the problem of not having a commander, they have a single commander in each and every one of their minds, giving them orders all at the same time. Oh.
There you go.
Black
It's a-
bees.
The people fleeing from here. They were running, people were taken, and we've already seen the domination that mind flayers can have over anyone.
So if we come across anyone else going to Everil, we are telling them not to go to Everil, right?
Yes.
Yes. Abydan, are you suggesting that the goal isn't just for Herrick's to take over Everil, but for Shavera and he to create an army to invade other lands?
The rest of Bardoon, yes. In a position of absolute power, it makes the most sense. More brains to feed on, more subjects for your army.
Suddenly, where I have not felt that this was my problem, if my soldiers are potentially going to be used this way against their will, now it's my problem.
Look who finally jumped aboard.
Welcome to the club. Now, we've got to figure out how to fix this.
Right.
Does that mean we have to go check out what this big bad is in this town to see if the whatever his name is, the big bad guy, the mind flayer, Shavera, sure.
Thank you, God. The
Shout out my boy.
I'm just
my
going to go
pleasure.
ahead and say that Tilda sucks at names. She can't remember a single name. Can remember
This
a
is a good
story.
character. This is a good
displaced for
character
beefs.
Can't remember. Is given a name. Can't remember it. That's all right.
So as we're having this conversation, I want to be looking around to see if there's anything creeping up upon us.
What is your passive?
11.
If it's passive, can the rest of the party be involved in this?
But
But you're
I
actively
was more-
investigating, right,
I
Jason?
was more
Or,
actively.
I'm sorry, Quincy. Yeah, you're actively investigating. Go ahead and, if you're actively investigating, go ahead and make a perception check.
18.
With your 18, you're able to tell that there is not necessarily anything creeping up on you, but the scratches and the scraping that's coming from the house with the green roof seems to be intensifying. However, it seems as though it's doing something odd. Go ahead and make a nature roll.
Okay. Also 18.
With that 18, you're able to sort of identify the sounds that you're hearing amidst the scraping, amidst the scrounging around. It almost sounds like whatever is in there is eating. It's eating
Gross.
something.
Can I tell if it's like a fleshy thing that it's eating?
No, it just sounds like it's eating.
That's
It's
good.
not-
Maybe it's kibble.
You're able to hear the sort of
I hate that so much. Is anyone else here that the spiders might be chomping down on some kibble?
the
It sounds like they're
theoretical
eating carrots.
spiders.
Do we?
And theoretical kibble, yeah.
So if I
Let's-
know one thing about animals, it's not to sneak up on them while they were eating. Well,
or
okay.
is the
Or
perfect
you
time
can
to
because
they're
they're
distracted.
vulnerable, but they're
Yes.
they are vulnerable, so you can do that. But they're also going to be really, really mad at you and protect their food.
Right. Well, I think that we shouldn't actually sneak up on them.
Should we
I've
go
been
shake
thinking.
their hands and say
No,
hi?
no, Tilda. Let me finish.
Okay, Quincy.
I was going to say that instead of going to where they have made their home, we should bring them out into potentially a trap.
I can get behind that.
And okay, has anyone else found a spider in their house?
Well, I haven't
How?
owned a house. I haven't lived in
Okay.
a house,
Sans Buddy.
Yes.
Has any-
but I have lived with
That's fair.
spiders.
how How do you get rid of spiders?
Nantucket usually just do it, or sometimes I'll eat them.
Smoke them out.
You burn your house down. That's what I was going for.
Hang on. We are assuming we know these are spiders when we don't. We should have some vision of how big it is, what it is, and what its capabilities are before we set a trap for some unknown entity.
All right.
When has a brush dog ever lied to you?
Wait.
All right. Well, then
I have an idea.
Okay.
Wait,
Well,
Abbott,
you do
you
your
have an
idea
idea?
first, and then I do my idea. Okay.
Do we need to
Tilda,
bring
you-
back the speaking
No,
to
no,
stealth?
I've been holding it this whole time, and no one's been listening to me.
Buddy, tell me your idea, and then I'll tell you mine, and then we pick. Okay.
Tilda, you can talk to animals, right?
Yes.
Okay. What if
What if I
Nantucket
just
comes out, and I'm like, what if we make Nantucket just peek under the door, and then you ask him what he sees?
That's a good plan.
That's not a bad idea at all, actually.
But just don't, but you please, Nantucket, I don't want you to freaking die, man. You were about the light of my life. I will Eldritch blast myself in the face if you go.
Budrick, don't worry. I can
Oh,
heal.
you can call me buddy. It's okay.
All right. Buddy, don't worry. I can heal Nantucket.
All right, well, I guess is that our plan? Because I'll speak with Nantucket. Honestly,
my-
I've been wanting to this whole time.
No, my plan was for me to like sneak a peek through the window or something. But if we can't see it with a mouse, then we fall back to my plan, I guess. But Nantucket is the safer bet.
I want you to know that I will be playing Nantucket, Noah. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize to me. You're a lovely person.
Not you, Noah. Other Noah.
He didn't specify.
Nantucket is fine.
All right, well, I cast speak with animals. Hey, Nantucket.
Hi, how you doing there? Huh?
That's not it. How I expected you to sound at all. Okay.
Oh, this name, it doesn't really work for me, but you know, it's something that Buddy likes, so it's something that I go by.
What would you like to be called?
You know what? Nantucket's fine. You know, I wouldn't mind me calling something like, I don't know, Sprinkles, maybe like a Floofy, you know, those sorts of things I'd be fine with. But, you know, Nantucket, it works sometimes. You know, it's okay.
Okay. Buddy, Nantucket actually wants to be called Floofy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. His
Okay,
name
cool.
is Nantucket.
Okay.
I understand Nantucket. Like, I understand that you maybe
He's
want a
fine.
different
He's
name,
fine
but
with it.
this
He's
is
fine with it.
cemented in.
He's fine.
Yeah,
But-
you know, it's grandfathered in at this point. It's grandfathered in. I'm
Grandfathered
fine
in,
with it.
Yep. So Nantucket, we need you to. You hear those scratching noises?
Yeah, I hear them. I got 20/20 hearing, you know?
Cool. Have you been listening to us this whole time? And
All
our
the
plan?
time. Look at
Great.
these ears. They're
Cool,
pointy.
So that plan that we have for you to like sneak under the door and look to see what's going on, and then you tell me what you see.
I'm
Let's
all
do that.
about it, you know?
All right. Let's go.
Tilda, can I tell you something real quick?
What's that, Nantucket?
I need you to do something really specific for me. Can you do this for me?
What is it?
Can you tell Helaena and Abydan that they've got sticks up their asses?
I will try my best.
Thank
They might
you.
not like it.
That's the payment I need for this. Let's go under a door.
Let's do it.
Oh my god.
Hey, Abydan and Helaena, Nantucket wants me to tell you something. I'm gonna tell it to you later when we're not as tense and upset. But it's all good things. All good things. But he's going under the door now.
Is it really all good things?
I mean,
All good
I
things.
I welcome
Quincy,
criticism.
why, Quincy?
I
Why
welcome
don't you believe
criticism.
me? There's no criticism.
You can tell that Quincy guy he's all right.
Nantucket says you're all right, Quincy.
Yeah, no.
You just told me what he said to me, but you wouldn't say it to them.
Listen, we are in mixed company.
Is
No,
Nantucket
listen.
okay?
Okay.
That's my big
Abydan,
question.
Helaena, Nantucket says you have a stick up your ass, and that's it. Okay, go, Nantucket.
Wait, did he say they have
go.
one stick up their ass like they're sharing it or what?
At this point, I think it's breaking half.
Helaena
Wait, Nantucket's
looks
under the
at
door. He's under the door.
Nantucket and goes-
He's under the door.
Hold on. Helena?
Helaena looks at Nantucket and goes, "You don't become a squad commander without having several sticks up your ass at all times of day, and they are called privates. Thank you."
This sounds like she's had a bunch of privates in her ass with that attitude.
More importantly, Tilda, did he agree?
Oh yeah, he's under the door. He's gone.
Fast little mouse.
Nantucket, go ahead and roll for perception.
I'm gonna actually. Can I pull up
Yes, you may.
a field mouse?
Yes, you may. I was expecting you to do
Wait,
so.
he's a rat. He's a rat.
Yeah, don't put that disrespect on him.
Yeah, there's definitely just a rat stat block.
He gets advantage on smell.
Keen smell.
Advantage on.
Keen smell. Yep.
Okay.
Which
This isn't
probably
the-
won't do anything
Yeah.
for this moment. Dark vision is 30 foot. Passive is 10. Puts him right on line with the rest of the party.
Oh, okay. That's a
I have
15.
good passive perception.
That's a 15.
A 15. We take a 15. Nantucket, your role here determines what exactly is going to happen, of what this creature is inside the house. I left it vague enough that I believe that Nantucket should get the honors of rolling a d6.
Let me get my dice.
It's Dungeons and Dragons. You should have your dice. Come on,
I do.
man.
They're in my little container.
All right, there it is.
That is a gentleman's 2.
A gentleman's 2. With your gentleman's 2, Nantucket is able to see a large spider-esque creature. However, Nantucket is also able to see that this creature seems to be somewhat ethereal, somewhat mystic or mystified. Definitely seems to have this spider with its 8 legs and its thousands of eyes that cover the vast majority of its face has a black and red sheen to its legs and to its abdomen. As you're looking at it, or as Nantucket is looking at it, I should say, he immediately feels that there is some sort of extraplanar connection to this creature. This extraplanar connection giving this eerie, almost iridescent yellow and red smog that surrounds it. He is also able to see that this creature is eating at jewels, some sort of jewels that are there within the house.
All right, so I've got some things that I need to tell you. It's,
All right, Nantucket.
I would say it's a spider, but it's more spider-esque, is the way I would describe it. It's more ethereal, and I have a 2 intelligence, but I know this word. It's ethereal, almost extraplanar. I just got a feeling about it, and I'm running with it. And, you know, it's eating jewels. And there's a smog that's red and yellow.
That is correct. Red and yellow.
That is
And
red and
whenever
yellow.
I say ethereal, I also mean like an abomination. Ethereal.
When I say ethereal, I mean an abomination.
All right, so when Nantucket says ethereal, all right, so apparently it's a spider-esque, but also, yes, thank you, Nantucket. Spider-esque, ethereal, but abomination, eating
Yeah, an
jewels.
abomination.
And there's like this, he said there's this like red and yellow smog surrounding it, so not a normal spider.
It's big. It's ugly. It
He said
looks like Abydan from the back.
Oh, okay. He said it's big, ugly, and looks like Everon. It just, Nantucket, I need these people to like me.
Tilda. No one likes you. I like you, though. I love you.
Thanks, Nantucket. Okay. What are we gonna do about this? It's just eating jewels.
Tilda, can you ask him?
Nantucket is able to also see that it's not just jewels, it's whatever stashes of gold or other ore that has been mined is what this creature is eating.
Listen, I know that I told you that it was jewels, but it's also gold, coins, and ore that might have been mine. I can't tell you the specifics. I have a 2 intelligence, but you know what? I feel like I could go to Harvard right now.
What does that mean, a 2 intelligence? You keep saying that.
It means that I have a 1, 2 brain cells.
Tilda, can you ask Nantucket when he says abomination, does he mean before man or before the gods? Very important distinction.
Aye, this
It's
guy,
a
yo,
rat.
it sounds so dramatic.
He knew the
That's
word
it, it's a-
ethereal. He knew the word ethereal.
Hilda, I can
Ethereal is
understand
a common
this.
word.
I
don't
need you to
think
say
it
this
is.
plainly.
All right.
Do we care about the spider munching on Jims?
No, we don't. Tilda, ask him if there's any others in there.
Is there anything else in there?
As Nantucket goes back in to look and see if there's anybody else, Nantucket is spotted.
Oh no,
What's wrong, Nantucket?
I've got 8 eyes trained on me right now.
Okay. They've caught him, boys.
Well, it was nice knowing him.
Nantucket, what's happening,
No,
Tilda?
we have to-
Tilda, what's
We're not
happening,
letting
Nantucket? What's happening, my boy?
die.
Nantucket, you need to get out of there.
I'm frozen in fear.
Okay, we don't care about the spider, but we care about Nantucket. And we need to go get it.
Do we?
Okay, Buddy and I will go get Nantucket. The rest of you can go look at the black sludge in the fountain.
No, if we're going in, we're going in.
Why not? Wait, instead of just going in, let's just make noise on the other side of the house to get the monster's attention away from him.
That's a man with a brain. Let's go.
DM, can I make a stealth roll to stealthily approach the other side of the house?
Please roll for stealth.
All right, I'm good at that. I'm a dex-based paladin, so let's go. 23.
With a 23, you are able to stealth around to the other side of the house.
Okay. Is there anything that I could use to make like kerfuffle to be able to distract whatever the smoke spider thing?
This is a farm. Yeah, there are tools laying around on the outside as well as 2x4s or the equivalent thereof. There's yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna get like a pitchfork and then another like length of iron and just slam the 2 of them together.
All right, very good. As you do so, go ahead and roll for deception.
Right?
While he's doing that, I will approach from the other side to like try and join with him so that he's alone.
23 again.
With the 23 deception, you create a significant amount of a calamity on the outside.
Do we hear the scratching stop?
You hear the stopping necessarily of the eating. You hear that stop abruptly, as though its prey is now outside.
Okay. I'm going to throw down the metal on top of each other just so it clangs one more time, and then I'm going to continue the circuit around the house.
Sure, you're more than welcome to do that. Is anyone else joining Abydan in this? Quincy is nodding. Yes.
I am,
Tilda.
Helaena has drawn her sword.
Helaena has drawn weapon. Tilda.
I think I am on the other side of the house where Nantucket will hopefully come back out so that we can like get him.
No rat left behind.
Or like at the corner so I can see everybody else, but not with the group.
Okay. And Buddy.
Buddy is just on his knees going, Nantucket, you need to get out of there. Get out of there, Nantucket.
All right. With all of that being said, you all now have, I don't want to say battle positions, but this is this is close enough. The spider creature goes ahead and stops all of its eating and whatnot, and then rushes towards the open door of the house. as he does so, all of you, save for Abydan and Quincy, are able to see this monstrosity in front of you. It is a very large creature. And you understand for a brief moment what Nantucket maybe meant as ethereal. As this creature does look to be some sort of an abomination, but also definitely looks from some other plane of existence. But Quincy and Abydan are not able to see this at this moment. Helaena, you're up.
She just stares at it and says, "If I still had a pay grade, this would be a butt." Right. And as soon as that thing comes out of the door, I'm ready in an action to smack it with my sword.
Okay. Everyone, please go ahead and roll for initiative.
Whoa.
5.
And I will be sharing a portion of my screen so that you all may see what this creature is doing here in a second. But let's get initiative first here. Quincy, what did you get?
13.
Not last, Jason.
I know.
Quincy with a 13. Tilda.
5.
Buddy.
4.
Helaena.
12.
Quincy, this is dumb. You're in first right now.
Abydan hasn't gone.
Yeah.
Abydan gets first, I'm assuming.
Yeah, mod 20. Dex based.
Initiative order is as follows. Abydan, followed by Quincy, followed by Helaena, followed by Tilda, then Buddy. Do you guys need me to repeat that for you?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Abydan Renevar, you are making your way around the side of the house as this creature has emerged.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do, my friend?
Do I have enough movement to make it around to the other side? I assume the house is not 30 foot long on one side.
It is not 30 foot long on one side. Yeah, you've got enough movement.
All right. So I'll come around and I will see this creature and I will look at my brothers and sisters around me. And I'm fairly certain I wouldn't have enough movement to make it all the way to be able to melee hit it.
That is correct.
Okay,
you would be 20 foot away at this moment.
So instead, what I will do is I'll take out on my belt. There is like a little flask, and I'll flip it open, throw some liquid in my hand, clench my fist, and go, "Ash!" And I will cast holy water from my hand, and I will cast Blessed on Helaena, Quincy, and Buddy.
Okay. All right.
Because
Talking about.
Tilda's about to turn into like an animal, and I don't think she needs any help to hit. And then close the flask, stick it back in my pocket, rapier, wheel back around the corner, and just be ready in case it comes.
Okay. Very good.
I'm not
All right.
ready in action. I'm just
No. You
saying
use your
that's
action.
the stance.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
And that's it.
All right. Quincy, you're up.
Okay, I will, I guess, round the corner similar to Abydan and get a good look at this creature. You said it was a very large creature. Like, is it like size category large or big?
That is correct. It is size category large.
Okay, and then the others are on the other, like, opposite end of it.
That is correct. Yes, sir.
It's focused on them. Okay. How close can I get? Just with my movement?
You were able to get within 5 foot of it. Yes, you're
with
able
the
to get
plasma.
within you're able to get within melee range.
Okay. I won't quite do that.
Okay.
But I will, since I'm able to do that, I'll go kind of around to where the house is between me, or no, not in between, but on the opposite end of the spider and me. And I'll be about 15 foot back.
Okay.
And I will take out my pan flute and just toot the shrillest note possible as I cast Thunder Wave.
Ooh,
And so-
Thunder Wave.
It has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, it does. All All right. I'm sorry, that was cocked. Okay, that is an unnatural 20.
Okay, so it's not pushed back, but it still takes 2 thunder damage.
Good. Okay.
And so with that, seeing it has just the thunderous energy just exploding out with very little effect to this thing, I'll just put the pan flute back on my side and go, yeah, Abydan, you had the right idea. And then start running back towards him, but with however much movement, I may not be able to round the corner again.
I'm going to say you have another 10 foot of movement.
All right. So I'm like just before the corner.
Yeah, you are. You shot that at 15 foot away, so you're 25 foot away at this point.
All right, cool.
Okay, after Quincy goes.
Okay. And real quick, since Tilda did not get blessed, I'm like, Tilda, do that thing that you did the other time, and I'll bardic inspiration her.
Oh, very good, very good. Okay, all right, very good. After Quincy goes the creature. The creature, after having taken an amount of damage from Quincy, will close the gap of 25-foot movement. Is drawn towards Quincy, and will go ahead and roll for its bite action. That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. If you will, please, while I roll for damage, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Enter D4.
Yeah, plus a D4. Yeah, total 12.
That passes.
Oh, thank goodness.
Bless is the best. Bless is the best.
Quincy was about to just go down immediately again.
You are going to take a total of 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And you take a total of 9 points of poison damage on a fail. Or I'm sorry. Yes, 9 points of damage. That is half as much damage on the successful save.
Excuse me?
Oh my.
Are you down, Quincy?
I'm still up.
Okay.
And just to confirm, if I wild shape, I can't do spells at the same time. I am just whatever shape that is.
That is correct.
Their concentration and you cast them beforehand, yes. Which I think Circle of the Moon can. Wild shape is a bonus action.
Yes.
Yep.
So you should be able to be like, I cast Meteor Swarm. Then you bonus shape into like a dragon or something, and then you kill it.
Yeah, it was more of just healing spells for Quincy, who's dying. But oh well.
All right. After the spider goes Helaena. Directly on top of Quincy at this point. For the most part, you're able to see that this bite deals a significant amount of damage, and actually has Quincy's neck in sort of a choker hold, where the poison is being directly inserted into his veins.
All right.
Helaena, you are 10 foot away.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll to hit with my short sword. Then I am adding my D4.
So you move 5 foot towards it. Good.
Yeah, that's 19 plus 5 plus 19 plus 9. So does a
28, yeah.
A 28 will hit. Yes.
Would Helaena have not gotten an attack of opportunity as it came out the door too?
No.
Right, what's the shot?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but my damage is only 4 points, so.
I can't help you with the damage, I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm doing my best here.
You all have dealt a total of 6 points of damage thus far.
Don't remind us.
Thanks.
Helaena, you are Quincy. How much damage did I deal towards you? That was
16.
Okay. Thank you. I was just curious. All right, Helaena, you deal a total of 4 points of damage with your short sword. You do, in fact, chop off one of its legs.
Yes.
right. Anything else, Helaena?
That's it. That's all I can do.
Okay.
Think.
All right. Tilda, you're up.
How far am I away from?
You're the same distance as what Helaena was. You're 10 foot away.
10 feet. Okay, so Tilda's gonna see this giant spider jump on Quincy, and I'm feeling like, Quincy, not again. I am going to cast Healing Word on you.
It was not my intention.
For 5 points. And then I am going to. I think Tilda is just over it. We just have to fight these other beasts. She doesn't want Nantucket to get hurt. She's tired of Quincy dying. And so something is going to take over her, that she's like this kind of festering anger at this new world she's in. And she is, as a bonus action, going to wild shape.
Very good. First wild shape. Let's go.
Her new one. And a part of the wild shape is that you have to have like you have to know the creature. And
Yeah.
Tilda, I'm going to see if this is okay with you, but Tilda has not really seen many animals other than like basic city street animals, but has read of many animals and read many stories. And my assumption is that there's a big bad wolf story up in this world. And so she wants to wild shape into a dire wolf. Because I can wild shape into a CR1 as the circle of the moon.
And if I remember correctly, a dire wolf is like a CR 1/2.
One.
Or it is
it's
one? Okay.
It's one. Yeah, I looked it up beforehand. If
Nice.
not, I can just do a wolf. It's basically the same thing, but they're stats.
No, do dire wolf. Do dire
Cool.
wolf. I will absolutely allow that.
So all I can do this turn is to bonus action into the dire wolf. But y'all see like a very angry Tilda just like yell at Quincy for getting hurt, and then suddenly transform into this like the type of wolf that you would read about in folk tales that are meant to scare children.
Sure. I love that. I love that so much.
I thought that Circle of the Moon Druids, because they did it, they can wild shape on bonus actions that they can.
That's what it
But
is.
she
used her action.
As an action, I
healing word.
I healed
Okay.
Quincy before I died.
There
Just so
it
he
is.
got
That's what I
something.
forgot about.
Yeah, but I wanted to give him something real fast
before you go crazed.
Hopefully.
Crazy wolf. Okay. All right. Tilda, good move. Good move. Buddy, you're up next.
Let me double check something real quick like. Okay. So here's the dealio. So it's past me. It's heading towards Quincy, toward the other side of the building.
That is correct.
It is still within my line of sight.
That is also correct.
Okay. I'm going to hex it.
Okay.
For wisdom, because I assume that if people have spells, they might be wisdom saves.
Yeah. So you're planting the curse on, and I need to make a wisdom saving throw?
No, it's just on it.
Oh, okay.
So it has disadvantage on every wisdom.
Disadvantage
check.
on wisdom abilities or checks.
It's not save.
Oh, it's
Right,
not saves?
okay.
That sucks.
But
Yeah.
if you did
Yeah, I would do
strength,
strength. Then I would do strength because I thought it was
Yeah.
saves. If it's
Yeah.
so, good to do strength then. And then I'm gonna go. Oh boy, Nantucket, come here! And I'm gonna go over and I'm pick up Nantucket and be like, "We're never gonna leave me again."
Yep. You throw him back
and-
inside your coat.
Yeah, and I'm going to. I'm gonna bonus action hold my rat. That's my
your,
turn.
your
Bonus
actions
action.
is use your bonus action to pass X.
Love Nantucket.
Oh yeah, and my action is to. Wait, can I? Well, no, I can Eldritch Blast because
You can.
Hex.
You
Yeah,
can.
you can. You can. I was waiting for you to.
For some reason, Hex is as a bonus. I didn't look at the one action, like the bonus action thing. That is
It's far more powerful.
Yeah, Hex is a bonus action.
with that is a 12, but with Bless that is a 15.
A 15 will hit. Yes, sir.
And that is let me roll both my dice. That is a whopping 10 points of damage.
Dude, hey, that's good damage.
4 points of force damage, 1 point of necrotic damage.
I'm sorry, how many points of necrotic?
1.
Dang it. All right. All right, cool. All right. The spider creature looks rather irritated at this. You all interrupted its meal, and it's ready to eat again, whoever that next target may be. Abydan.
I know.
Abydan, it's your turn, bud.
So I'm going to round the corner and approach with my sword and shield out, my rapier and shield out. And as I get close to it, I don't know if this thing can comprehend languages, but the most intimidating language I know is primordial. So then I'm going to be like, if you wish to feast on something, come feast on this steel. And then I'm going to make an attack roll at him.
All right, roll to hit. It does not comprehend languages, by the way. Just heads up.
It was more for like maybe if I make it a loud enough and scary enough noise, it'll come after me as opposed to everybody else.
Interesting play there.
That is a 24 to hit.
A 24 will hit.
All right, and that is 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
7 plus 4.
All right, very good.
Is there any way that I can tell that its attention is on me now?
Its attention does seem drawn to you, yes.
Okay. Specific question.
Do you want to chop off a leg? I'm sorry.
Can I can't chop anything off from piercing. Can I skewer like a leg though?
Yes, absolutely. Making it a move.
I'll skewer the leg.
Can I just do that on every attack?
Maybe.
And then I think because if I leave, it will endanger everybody else. So I think I will stay where I am right now.
Okay.
If it gets bad, I can always teleport out and shoot it with arrows.
Sure. Okay. You are also within 5 foot of this creature. Quincy, I believe, my friend, you are up, and you were healed 5 points last round by Tilda there. So it is your turn.
Get out of here, Quincy.
And so is the mandibles like still around my neck?
No, they have dropped you.
Okay.
They have dropped you to where you were still in a standing position. You were not prone, but they have in fact released from you. But you can still feel the poison jabbing through your veins.
Hey, anyone got a light? And so, with that, I will just like reach into my pack and just start splashing a flask of oil on it.
Okay.
Trying to just cover as much of this face, either obscuring its vision or just setting it up for something. I don't know if that's a check or what, but
I'm gonna say roll for deception.
Deception?
Yeah.
But how's he?
What? Deceiving vision? Deceiving vision?
Yeah. I mean, she's physically blocking it. I don't think that's like deception.
That's not a charisma thing, but...
Oh no, I've gone blind. I must have failed my deception check.
All right, fine. I will allow that then as athletics. That's the best I can do.
Natural 20.
Oh, okay.
Total of 30.
Wait, did you add plus? No.
You have a plus 10 to your athletics?
With a D4 I do.
With a D4 you do. Very good. Very good. That's awesome. Okay. All right. You splash around this oil, and it does encompass all 8 of this creature's eyes. As you do so, I'll go ahead and tell you that it now has disadvantage on attacks made against you all.
Very good. Very good. You remember what I said about how you get rid of spiders? Now might be a good time. And so with that, I am gonna do something weird. Instead of trying to escape that way, I'm going to crawl underneath it with its vision obscured, and then just try and like grab onto one of its legs in the back to where its mouth cannot normally hold or get a hold of.
To where the bite would be at, yeah. Okay. Because you do not move without 5 foot of the creature's space, you do not provoke a even disadvantage attack of opportunity. Okay. Quincy,
And so was that my action to do the
action to use the items.
Okay, cool. I'm going to healing word myself.
Okay. Bonus action healing word. Yep.
And that is 8 points back to me.
Okay. All right.
That's my turn.
All right. The spider creature doesn't quite like where it's at. I'll just be brutally honest with you guys. You guys have dealt a total of 27 points of damage to it. It's not a big fan. Not a big fan at all. However, it will go ahead and attempt, again, at disadvantage, to bite Abydan, who is within range. All right, this is for the first to hit. This is at disadvantage. All right. Does a 9 hit, Abydan?
A 9 does not hit. No, sir.
Okay. With a 9 not hitting, it will go ahead and bonus action Ethereal Jaunt. It will now immediately vanish from y'all's sights, making its way back to the ethereal plane.
If I was holding on to it, do I go with it?
No, it disappears from within your arms.
Are we sure?
I mean,
I'm pretty dang positive.
It doesn't take my rapier with it, right?
No, it does not.
Okay.
If I roll a 100 on a D100, can he go to the ethereal plane with it?
Sure, if you roll a natural 100.
72.
No, that does not happen.
Wait a sec. Is this a phase spider?
Yeah, it's a phase spider.
Yeah, it is, baby.
Reskinned. The red and black threw me off.
It sure is.
That,
though.
when he said phase shift or whatever, I was like, I
Yep.
literally mouthed in the camera, phase spider.
Oh, I missed it. I was too busy going like,
So I called this as soon as I heard there were spiders in Everon. I was like, they gotta be space spiders. They ain't the regular old spiders.
quick
You
spin up
bunch
the
of
Baldur's-
nerds knowing D&D monsters like I do. You bunch of
listen.
nerds.
Baldur's Gate 3 traumatized me with the phase spider matriarch, all right?
All right,
Listen,
whatever.
When you
That
guys
is
were
the
describing spiders at Everon, I was thinking it would be like the movie The Mist and those creepy little spider things. That's what
Yeah.
I was picturing in my
That's
head.
what I was thinking.
Don't worry, that'll come. Anyways, that's the phase spider's turn. Helena, you're up.
So it's not anywhere, right? It has returned to the ethereal plane.
That is correct.
I kind of whip my head around because does anyone know how long it's going to be gone?
Oh, well, I imagine. It's been more than, maybe a few seconds.
Yeah, what can I roll to see if I know how long this thing's going to be gone? If it's gone.
Sure, make a nature roll.
That's okay. 19!
Oh, dang. Okay, good on.
These dice are doing well this time.
If this creature has any sort of inclination to hunt you guys down, it will be back within the next 10 seconds.
Everyone.
However, if it doesn't, if it just thinks you guys as just pish posh that he's not concerned about and needs to heal up first,
Yeah, if he doesn't come
Will
back,
it-
are we going
do
to take
I-
that as an insult?
Do I know if it's going to return to the same place, like right where it came out, or is it going to return to a different area where we are? Do you get what I mean?
yeah, with any sort of plane shifting, it would appear within the next 5 foot unoccupied space.
If that spider reappears, I'm going to hold my action to attack when it does.
Okay,
Pass turn. Oh, that's a magic thing.
pass turn.
E.T.
Pass turn.
Tilda.
P.T.
Has the spider come back yet?
Nope, spider's not back yet.
All right. Well, I'm a wolf, so
Seems pretty dire.
shut up.
How do I
I
get
guess-
from the chat?
That was great. I love
guess like Helaena, I'll just hold my turn.
that. Hold your
there's not-
action to
Yeah, I'll just hold my action to attack. My plan is to do a bite action.
Okay.
So I will move towards the area where I'm in melee range since we might know where he appears.
Okay. Are
I
you
guess
guys
probably-
discussing that this creature may come back?
Yeah, that
I'm
I
assuming-
think it's-
Yeah.
I think what we need to do is we need to get into like a circle, like elephants protecting their young around Nantucket.
How do you know what elephants do?
I had a childhood. Dang it! I had zoo books.
What is it? A menagerie? Of glass, perhaps.
I'm not Tom. I'm not Laura. Do not call me Tennessee Williams.
But
My
Hank Williams.
lord.
Yeah, I'm assuming Helaena tells us.
Yeah,
what
Helaena,
she-
Yeah.
do you
Yeah.
describe that?
Yeah, I look around and say, it might be back. So do what you need to prepare.
Yeah, so I will probably go closer. I think I'm going to go towards Quincy and be in the general area, and then also just kind of stand in front of him because I am tired of it. He cannot get hurt again. We're
DM,
done.
I have a question.
I love that, Tilda. Yes, buddy.
It is hexed by my curse.
That is correct.
Will I be able to sense when it is about to come back? Like when it is beginning to enter this plane of existence again, would I, through the connection of my hex, be able to feel that my magic is returning to this plane?
Rules as written, no. But rules as Noah Woodyard says, absolutely.
It just seems like a cool flare that I'd be like, oh, I feel
100% agree with you, baby.
Maybe.
That's right, buddies, baby.
Okay.
Buddy, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to hold an Eldridge Blast for my dear friend. I'm going to call him. What should I name this spider? I'm going to name this spider Dummy.
All right.
Our
You
good
hold the
friend.
Eldritch Blast for Dummy.
Yeah.
As you hold your... No, I'm sorry. I can't do that yet. Can't do it yet. Abydan, you're up.
Man.
DM question.
Certainly.
Does the oil that Buddy threw on its face appear to have gone with it when it left the regular plane? So it went
Yes.
with it?
Yes.
Okay.
Who threw oil? I didn't throw oil.
Quincy.
Quincy, sorry.
Quincy did.
Quincy, sorry. I was looking at Jason and I'll then look down at you, Chaz. Sorry. So instead of readying my attack action, I will flip my rapier around, sheath it, and then I will pull out my tinderbox and a stick of incense, light the incense, just have it ready to throw on it when it shows back up right at its face.
Okay. All right. I like that. that. So that is in fact readying an action.
Yeah. Do you have one clarifying question then? Just want to be clear. 5 feet from where it returns, would that put it back inside the house on top of its pile, or no?
No, it has to be an unoccupied space, and
From where it vanished.
right. It would.
And it can't
would
be-
still
It can't be on top of me because I'm occupying that, so
correct. So it would still be within 5-foot range of. Yes.
Okay. All right. That doesn't change. Doesn't change what I'm doing then. Okay. We're good.
All right. Quincy.
yeah, pretty simply, I'm going to redraw my sword and then stand by Tilda and lower my sword to align with her jaw, and we will strike as one whenever it comes back.
All right.
The spider.
This spider is not very intelligent. I'll go ahead and tell you.
Same.
as per my roll just dictated, and will go ahead and reappear 5 foot away from said target It triggers actions from all of you. Helaena, you are first.
19 to hit.
A 19 will hit.
And 5 points of damage.
We take 5
That's it.
from the sword swing, right?
Yep.
You're able to chop off the other of its 2 most front legs as this
Sweet.
happens. It's now stumbling upon itself on 6 legs. Tilda.
All right. Because I have pack tactics and it's within 5 feet of an ally, I'm rolling with advantage. 2 bite hits.
Ooh, good on.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 will hit, yes.
Cool. Okay. I'm going to roll for damage, and you need to make a DC 13 strength saving throw, which you roll at disadvantage because of Buddy's hex.
Well,
No,
not
it's-
strength saves, but
That's what it's a save. It's a strength save.
Yeah, Hex doesn't work on saves.
Boo! Never mind. Anyway, you still have to roll a DC 13.
I still have to roll a strength save.
yep.
Yes.
This creature is off its balance. Tilda, I feel that I should give that to you at me still being at disadvantage, regardless of hex or not.
Roll bad. Roll bad. Go prone. Eh.
Ooh, 11, so total 13.
It meets it.
Meets beats.
Meets beats. Okay, if it meets, it beats. So yeah, it still stands up through this.
8 points of
Yeah, man.
damage from the bite.
I will take that 8 points of damage.
8 points. Buddy.
Yes.
My Eldritch Blast is going to. Let's see what the number is, y'all.
Eldritch Blast.
2 hit. That is. That is a gentleman's 25.
A gentleman's 25 will in fact hit. Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna roll my dice right here. We're gonna see what happens.
Go for it, bud.
That is a 14 points of damage, 2 points of necrotic.
So 12 regular and then 2 points of necrotic.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, you got the agonizers.
Duh. That's the only thing that
Invocation.
matters.
That's the Warlock tax right there.
That was great. That was great. Okay.
And
Yeah.
Eyes of the Runekeeper, I think. Yeah.
All right.
Abby's
Abydan.
stand.
Just because I'm feeling fancy. Abydan will just kind of take the lit incense in his hand and just throw it onto the oil on its face and say, "May the fire purify your wicked soul."
Ooh, love it. All right.
Do I need to roll to hit or what?
Yes, you still need to roll to hit. Yes,
Yeah,
With an improvised weapon, so
I
no
assume so.
proficiency.
that is correct.
It's 16 on the dice. I don't know off improvised weapons. Off the top of my
A
head.
16 will hit still. Yep.
So what happens with that?
What happened?
As soon as Abydan tosses this miniature torch onto the oil-stricken spider, it immediately combusts into flames, still somewhat alive and just sprawling around, biting anything that it can within its grasp.
Can I roll for that fire damage instead of my oil?
Sure.
How much is it gonna take?
That would be 1d8 points of fire damage.
Ooh. It's an 8.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, 8 points of fire damage.
And then my attack?
That is correct. Quincy, you are up.
As I stab, and it wasn't an advantage or anything, right?
That is correct.
You still have your
Okay.
D4 though.
Yeah. 11. Does that hit?
11 does not hit.
Okay. As I go into to strike, I'm just like, do spiders even have souls? And I just, completely miss it.
Love it. Love it. I'm going to say a little bit more than you just miss it. In the flailing of the arms, it just sort of deflects it away.
Fair enough.
With that being said, though, my friends, you all have dealt a total of 27, 32, 40, 52, 54, 62 points of damage. The vast majority of which came after this creature jumped back from its ethereal plane. As it does so, you all are able to look at the smoldering ruins of this phase spider. You're able to look at the smoldering ruins of this phase spider, who is now more than just dead, is burned to a crisp, is broken legs, or chopped off legs at worst. And you all now feel a sense of immediate ease that comes over you. The creature is dead. However, something puzzles you by the way that it reacts to the flame. Instead of just being purely engulfed by said flame, it almost seems to absorb it. It absorbs the red, brilliant flame, and it matches it with its own black, red, purple, and yellow glow that it had previously, almost seeming to give it new strength before it actually does perish. As this creature perishes, the scratching stops, and with the scratching having stopped, the tiny little space of Everon is in fact free, or is in fact at least rid of this one creature. The story, my friends, is yours. Helaena.
How's the fountain looking? Is it still sludgy?
The fountain itself is in fact still sludgy. Yes.
Okay. So spiders were not the source of the infection. Got it.
Actually, make a nature roll onto the fountain.
Why do you keep making me make nature rolls?
We have a druid.
Make nurture rolls.
Mine
Well,
is
the
just
druid didn't
plus
suggest
one.
it.
Hey, Tilda, can I get your help for a second?
I'm a wolf.
I think I actually have the best nature.
You have the highest
Hey,
int, I think.
Can someone who knows
Yeah.
more about water and this sort of stuff come help me out?
Sure, Helena. I will take it upon myself to help you.
I'm
I
an
love the
expert at
fact that
sewer
Tilda
water.
just said, I'm a wolf.
Yeah.
Now, I happen to be an expert on sewer water, which is this sludge is kind of more related to than just normal water.
Helaena sort of gestures to the spider and the fountain and says, Can you look at this for me? I thought maybe the spiders were causing the infection, but if we killed the...
Well,
I'm going to lick the spider.
it's
Nice
it's
reference.
possible that the spell that was conjuring, maybe the conjuration magic was actually for the plague instead of the spiders specifically. But I'll take a look.
Can I give him the help action since I pointed it out?
Sure, I'll allow it.
And Abydan had something.
What the hey? May as well.
I mean, it'll follow up after this, depending on what the answer for them is.
That's cut. Okay, 17.
Total 17. You are able to determine that the fountain's bubbling and whatnot is in fact still continuing. But upon closer inspection, you're able to see that there is some sort of, I want to say, scarlet ring that is within the fountain. This scarlet ring seems to be whatever sort of portal type deal that this creature came out of.
Yes, this might be the issue.
Where's the talking stick?
Oh, I've got it. Here you go.
Helaena takes it and then proceeds to, like, stick it in the water and kind of, like, test the portal.
Oh, come on. That's the
And then she
talking
drops
stick.
it into the portal
Yeah,
to see the
there it
dog.
is. There it is.
As soon as you take the talking stick and place it into the portal, sort of a natural anomaly happens. It combusts under flame while being underwater.
Helaena, if you wanted the thrust into a portal stick, I would have given it to you.
We have one for that reason.
Does the talking stick drop through the portal?
No, the remains of it seem to float at the top. And by remains, I mean just this charred, just very basic branch.
All right, Quincy, the thrust into a portal stick is now the talking stick.
Good call. Good call.
Abydan?
This conversation is available for all of us, right? This exclamation about this thing. So hearing this, Abydan is going to pick up one of the severed limbs of the phase spider, and he will walk over to the pool and insert the severed limb into the portal. Does it also combust, or is there no reaction?
You hit the nail right on the head, buddy. There is no reaction whatsoever, and then the portal seems to absorb it.
Welcome to Pacific Rim, folks. I am over the moon.
That's literally what I was thinking.
I know, that's where you got it.
Never seen it.
Fix that. Fix that. Anyway, well, there's our explanation for sure this time. These portals are responsible. Wait. DM, question.
Yes?
Does this portal's coloration match the smoke of the spider and not the smoke of the fog? Like of the purple.
Not the purple haze, but the yellow and red.
The yellow-red smog.
That is correct. The yellow-red the yellow-red drawing that is of the spider does seem to be reflected in the portal. However, you can see that there is some amount of a correlation between the portal and the smog that's coming up from the water.
Could it be? Is there an inference I could make to be like it has to do with the strength of the creature that comes through, or the intensity of the magic,
or just,
or maybe like point of like origin? Yeah,
I'm gonna say no, not from this. You can't determine a source of origin.
Okay.
Buddy, you look like you had something to say.
Oh, I was mainly just upset with the stick, honestly.
Would you like a phase spider leg?
It's
talking
not the same.
I'm sorry.
That does bring me to another point. Everyone was saying spiders, as in multiple.
Yeah, I remember that. It seemed plural. Seemed to be pluralized spiders.
Also, this spider, I mean, no offense to either of your blades, but seemed very fragile to just have its legs cut off like that.
Agreed.
As soon as that discussion begins to happen, Tilda, go ahead and do me a huge favor and make a perception check.
Does she have the keen smell as a direwolf?
She does have a keen smell.
Smell some spiders.
But her soft stats and not the wolf stat.
The smelly smell. Smelly smell.
Smells.
I lost my page with the direwolf stats.
So you use your mental stats.
No, it's your wisdom because you're wild shape.
Yeah, it's your wisdom.
So my perception just at advantage because of keen smell. I'm gonna use that bardic now.
Hello, look at that. Bardic inspiration does something.
It's only so much. I get a 12 total. I rolled a 2
with
and
advantage. Okay.
Yes, a 2 and an 8, +2, +2.
Okay,
it did something.
It's only +2 as a druid.
Even with what would normally be seen as a lower score, Tilda, I imagine that you're sort of just walking around. You're sort of walking around, investigating as much as what you can of the surrounding area, specifically on the spider and anywhere else where the spider may have been. As you do so, And please do correct me if I'm wrong in that. Am I wrong?
No, I think I'm like staying nearby, but like now that the combat has ended, I'm starting to like take fact of like I'm a wolf right now, and so like oh, I can smell things and probably getting distracted by that. So then like looking around exactly what you were not
That's
probably intentionally, but more so like things smell different. This is weird, interesting.
that is kind of perfect, actually. As you are sort of distracted by the smell, you gain the same sense that Abydan gained earlier, that there was a foul stench that came from the north into the water. And then off in the distance, you're able to see a creature that's just hovering at the woodland, at the clearing from the clearing towards the woods. This creature has an innumerable amount of tentacles with what looks to be a falcon's beak, and looks to almost be a bulging brain as its head.
No.
You see this off in the distance, and as quickly as what you're able to identify it, just very, very quickly, it vanishes. As it vanishes into the trees, something triggers inside of you that you all may still be being watched.
I would probably start making like noises to be
What
like
is it? What is it, girl? What is it?
the look that this wolf gives you is
Look-
so side.
Little
It's
Billy
like-
stuck in the well.
Immediately, as soon as you say, "What is it, girl?" It's like, what?
Ooh,
What? Okay.
yeah, you just
And
did. That was kind
I
of
try to
sexist of you.
indicate towards the woods, towards where I saw something.
I will
Point with your
immediately-
nose.
I will immediately
'Cause I don't really want to leave the wild shape just yet, just in
I will-
case.
Yeah.
immediately look to the woods where she is so helpfully pointing,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, don't worry, it was just a joke. I don't actually mean that. But DM, do I see anything now? I
Nope.
assume not.
Only Tilda is the only one who is doing a patrol.
Tilda, when you come out of wild shape, whatever you need to see, whatever you saw, please relay it if you would.
Don't know what a wolf sounds like.
Tilda, can you write it in the dirt with your paw?
Ooh, if you write it in wolf, I can read it because of Eyes of the Runekeeper.
I guess I try to like write what I saw out.
Write it in
Yeah.
halfling so only I can understand.
Okay, so I
I
go
do
grab a
halfling.
stick.
Dang it.
I go grab a stick. I look at Buddy. I look at Quincy and Abydan and Helaena, and this is indicating this is the speaking stick. This is
Wait,
the new
wait.
speaking stick.
Wait,
I start
no,
doing
we
that
have speaking stick.
scene.
Here's the old portal stick. Here's the new speaking stick.
And then I I take whatever stick. I have a stick. I start doing that scene from How to Your Dragon where
Yes.
Toothless is like
Yes.
going in circles trying to draw something. That's what I'm doing
I love it.
with the new
I
speaking stick.
love it. As you do so, you are able to create a very crude in the sand image of this tentacle based. It's hard to say tentacle based because its entire body is made up of what looks to be a bulbous brain with again the beak of some sort of bird and about 8 to 10 tentacles with barbs at the end of it coming off of it.
You saw this?
That is one talented wolf.
What do I roll to see if I know what this is?
You're gonna hate me.
I don't know if we.
Nature?
It's gonna be nature.
I mean, would we even know what
Can
this
we
is? though?
can we collectively make a roll and be like discussed amongst ourselves to be like, hey, have you ever seen anything like this? Have you seen anything
It would
like
be
this?
either nature or history. I'm still gonna opt with nature.
I'll roll nature. That's fine, but I don't think Helaena would have Tara, don't know that Helaena would have come across anything like this, but maybe she's
I don't
heard
know if
stories.
I don't know if
Maybe
any
she
of
has
us
heard
would have.
stories. Exactly.
I would like the
Maybe
dice to
you all
decide for me.
exactly. Maybe you all would have collectively come across stories. Is the thing.
No,
So
that would be 7.
No, you would have no idea what this creature is, Helaena.
I don't know what the grill this thing is.
I don't recognize it either. It's creepy.
Off the assumption that it has tentacles, I would assume it's related to our other cephalopod adversaries.
Tilda, you actually
word.
saw this thing?
Big word for a big man.
I just start shaking my head like,
What?
yes.
Tilda,
Why?
hit the ground once for yes and 2 for no. Was it facing us?
I hit the ground once.
Okay, yep.
Oh,
Great.
I
We
take
should
this.
see.
I take the stick and like make big eyeballs, and then a big old arrow to our group to be like, he was watching us
watch.
If
or was looking at us.
We should
Um,
leave.
hey DM, did he go to the north?
Nope.
He's in the north.
No. Okay.
Went southwest.
Went southwest. All right.
Mhm.
All
I'm
right.
going through the houses to look for that
Yeah,
money
that's
that
I was going to
Nantucket.
suggest.
Yeah, I think we
Go
should
through
go
the
in the
houses.
houses.
Go through the houses and then follow the river to its source. Is my proposal.
Sure.
See where the corruption begins.
Let's investigate houses first. There are 5 of you. There are 4 buildings in which you can investigate. Who's buddying up?
Should we all go together?
Yeah, I would just
You
go
can.
together.
You can.
I was gonna say if we each want to take one, Helaena will stay outside and keep watch.
Oh, or we can do that. That's fine too.
It's up to you, gang.
I want to take the big one.
That'd be the barn or the
I wanna take-
manor house.
The manor. I want to take the Great Hong's manor.
I'll
Okay,
keep watch.
let's start there, buddy. Let's start with the manor house then.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do I
and
still have bless?
It only lasts for
It's
a minute.
been over a minute.
Oh no,
Yeah.
then okay. Then I don't have a 22. I have
go
an
ahead and
18.
make an investigation roll. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You
I
got
went
an
ahead
18
and
on investigation?
I know, and I have a +0 to investigation. This is amazing.
Congratulations. Hey, that's still a really good roll. The house that you, buddy, go towards, are we all cool with going to separate houses and Helaena taking watch?
Yeah.
Sure.
If I'm not
Okay.
back in 2 minutes, just wait longer.
Okay, good. That sounds like an affirmative. Buddy, the house that you arrive at first is the Great Evest Manor. This is the manor house which held the 3 eldest of the family members of Family Evest. Great Hong Evest, who was in his 80s, Hong Jr., and Mateus. With a, what did you get? 18, 17?
18.
18. In the upstairs, you're able to see and this is a shoddy upstairs. All of these houses or establishments are rather quickly, it seems to be put together, but are still made to last in some cases. There is an upstairs of this one, and you're able to see the Great Hong Evest's desk, which is where he manages all of the accounts payable and receivable for all of the farming that is done, this, that, and the other. But you also see inscribed what looks to be mostly written letter that just hasn't been sent. Okay? With that being said, it reads as such. We haven't much time left. The water is appearing to be poisoned, and Rexall and Johnall are certainly not responsible for any of it this time. I fear we will have to move. There appears to be some sort of black sludge coming from the feet of the fountain, and I can only hope that the ritual cleanses the waters. Signed, Great Hong Evest. To my dear friend in the capital, Gissi.
Gissy?
Gissi, yeah, Gissi.
Gissy. 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 Man, it's like I can hear him read it to me. All right. So at the sludge coming out of foot of the fountain, ritual, Gissy, friend in capital.
Yep.
Cool. That's the basis of what I find. Is there a window?
There is a window, yes.
Okay, I want to look out that window and I want to cast Mage Hand outside the window and I want to start pulling on Helena's hair as she's watching and messing with her.
I love that. Go ahead and roll for deception.
That is a a 15.
Rolling against my perception, right?
Yes, that is correct.
I rolled a 15 on the die plus 3.
You see me up in that window, like obviously.
She turns around, sword out, immediately sees it's you, and just points her sword up and goes, "Buddy,
Hey there. I thought it would be funny.
Destroy another talking stick."
Don't worry about it. And I'm going to use that last little mage hand to just pick her nose a little bit, and I'm gonna make it disappear.
She swats at it and goes away and goes.
Just hand in head, yeah, or head in hand, yeah.
I want to get through that tough militaristic exterior one of these days.
All right.
I definitely wanted to go to the White House since I have a personal quest in that.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, Joe Biden.
What's that supposed to mean?
He's
the
going to the
White
White
House.
House.
The White House.
Oh, I thought you meant something to do with children.
No.
Another good explanation. Quincy, how's your leg hair?
Post.
It's in. It's staying in. Quincy, the house that you approach is what is known as the solo house, or the alone house of Joshua All, who is in his 30s, and his wife Shelley, and then their children Rami and Bodash. Go ahead and make an investigation.
Yeah, specifically, I want to search for Rami's book, which I know it would be potentially in their bedroom, but also other clues.
Okay.
15.
15 total.
Mm-hmm.
Inside the house, you said you wanted specifically to go after Rami's book, potentially?
Yeah, her
right.
spell book.
Okay. Inside the house, after searching around a few of the floors, you are able to find a beautifully colored book that has the making of some sort of potentially absurd spells. Ones that have been handwritten that could potentially be used within an intensive study of Arcana to actually become real spells. This certainly would have been the green book that Rami described to you earlier, that she had written.
Looking through it, what are a couple of the spells?
There's a spell for infinite sweets, as in not just candy, but ice cream. That's yeah. There's a spell for infinite sweets. There's also a spell that looks to be pretty well thought out of a spell of instant teleportation home.
I would love that.
Yeah. Of course, that spell requires you to have something of your home, as well as the permission of your guardians to make your way back.
Right, kid. Well, I'll make sure to keep this safe. And with that, I also, since I really didn't look for that many clues with that, I'd like to see if the Joshua All has any armor that he left behind. Probably not.
Sure.
But
there's not armor necessarily, but there are farm tools that have been left there by Joshua All. And Joshua All specifically was his role within the family was tilling the ground. tilling the ground, planting the seeds. The other people were in charge of the harvest as well as the maintenance of the actual growing. But Joshua was a really strong dude for being 30 and, you know, was right there at the edge of potentially something big. He was known for digging in the ground.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So he has like shovels and all that stuff too.
Yes, shovels, hoes, rakes,
Okay.
an actual till plow. Yeah,
Nice.
that
Well,
would have
I'm
been
not gonna.
carried by the donkey that you all met last session. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not gonna take this guy's livelihood, so
sure.
yeah. So you can move on to someone else for the time being.
Okay. Helaena,
Just, do I need to make a perception check or anything? Do I see anything?
what is your passive again?
It is 15.
You see nothing. Nothing seems to be around the corner. Nothing seems to be waiting for you or anything like that. Okay. Tilda,
I guess I'll go check out the barn.
checking out the barn. Absolutely. Inside the barn, go ahead and roll for investigation, please.
Does anything have to do with smell or hearing?
Smell potentially. We'll see how that rolls.
Okay, you said investigation?
Yes, please.
8. Oh my God. Okay, that's a little better. So I have the lucky trait, so I can't roll nat ones. So I just re-rolled the nat one, and it's not
Very
much
good.
better than the 5. That was the advantage. But 13.
With a 13, that's unfortunate, by the way.
I know.
Yeah, no, that's sad. With a 13, you're able to see that inside the barn there are rafters up above it. With some sort of weird scribbling put upon it. Looks like they're just, you know, kids who want to carve into wood wherever they see it. They get a pocket knife or whatever, they carve nonsense into it. But you're also able to see where the donkeys would have been fed, as well as the horses that would have been in charge of helping to plow this land atop the hill. Something, though, that does stand out to you is the array of farm tools that are in there that look to be sort of meticulously placed in a corner, more so than the other farm tools that would just be hanging up or propped against the wall of the barn.
Well, I guess I go look at that weird corner of farm tools.
Sure.
Maybe checking if it's hiding something or if it's...
Go ahead and make another investigation roll.
This one's just straight, right? Because it doesn't have anything
That's
to
right.
do with... That's what I thought. All right. I got this. Come on, dice. Okay. Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Hidden beneath the tools and materials that are there, whether that's hay or rakes and hoes and plow tools and snips, whatever else, you're able to find there's actually a secret weapon stash. A secret weapon stash that would have been used for defense against wolves. You find 2 wooden longbows, and you find a total of 3, I guess, iron swords.
Interesting that it was hiding or it was hidden. Well,
Right.
I mean,
It almost seems as though
they
they're
have
hiding.
children, though, so
Sure.
I would hide the weapons too.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want to look over anything else that I gave you?
I truthfully, all I remember was just, I guess I would like to look at I know you mentioned the inscriptions looked like just children, but I don't know if I trust that. I want to look at the inscriptions on the
Sure.
barn.
Sure.
Just in case.
Sure. You make your way to the second floor of the barn, And as you make your way to the second floor of this barn, there's hay and grass seed that is up on the second floor. But what really catches your eye is the writing on the banisters as you have walked up, as well as the then writing that leads to the columns that support the barn up. And do you know Elvish by any chance?
I think so, hon.
We all do.
Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the common denominator.
Thank you, Everil Public Education System.
As you look at these at these words, you're able to make out that the vast majority of what is written here is actually some sort of prayer. It's some sort of prayer that is supposedly there to protect the barn as well as everyone else within this local vicinity from being attacked. The prayer is entirely in Elvish, and it's just sort of transcribed, sort of like "Live, Laugh, Love" on the Yeah, I know. All of you just cringed at me. That's fine.
So it's absolutely powerless.
Yeah, well, yeah. So you're looking at all of this, and it is in fact some sort of prayer to make sure that there is wisdom that is given amongst the farm. You were able to make out a single deitical name, a deity's name here, Dja Northu.
Could you
That is
spell that?
D' capital J-A space Northu, Northu. Dja Northu.
Would I have any knowledge of this deity via reading just like basic folklore stories, or is this more a like?
Make a religion roll. Let's see where that goes.
Let's see. I can't find. I only have a +1, so it's not great. 4.
A total 4.
Yes, you heard that right. It is a 4.
It's good. One of the only things that you were able to gain from this is that it is already somewhat the base level information that you already know, is the elven god of wisdom and leadership, and that their symbol is a sword, a garden hoe, and a scroll that is sort of intertwined together. The scroll is at the back, the hoe is the next forward, and then the sword being in front of it, sort of symbolizing that the knowledge produces the ability to make good of what has been given to you, and then what has been given to you needs to be defended.
Cool. That's all I got, fam, right now.
All right, good on. Who is last?
Me.
Abydan. I believe that means that you are investigating the lesser man, correct?
I believe that's all that's left. C.
Go ahead and roll for investigation, mate.
That is I have no intelligence mod. 17. Just a 17 on the dice.
With a 17, you arrive at the lesser manor of 2 of the triplets. The 2 triplets that remain there would be, it's called the House of Rexall and John. John All does have a wife, Teria, and is pregnant with supposed twins. So you're able to see that they are in preparation for the birth of said twins, or at least they were before they had to vacate.
I think Abydan actually met them.
Yes, that is correct.
Caravan.
That's correct. Yes, you did. With a 17, you're able to find the tools and materials that would be needed for a ritual to clean the water from the fountain.
Okay.
Now, when I say that, there should be a little bit of pause of concern there. Make an insight roll.
All right. Okay. I'm actually good at those. Come on, +5, baby. 24.
With a 24, you're able to see that these ritualistic materials seem to have been used before, particularly by the same household.
Is there a way I could see if there's any like diaries or anything in the house, maybe speaking about this ritual's use?
Not specifically about this ritual's use, but you do see a completely clear water basin that is there that almost seems to be purified in some way.
Can I use, I already used it earlier, but can I use my divine sense? Has the water been like consecrated somehow?
Interesting. Yeah. Divine sense.
Fiend, fae, undead, consecrated or desecrated?
Correct. This would be some sort of consecrated water that's there. Something that is meant to be very pure in nature. This water basin, as soon as you begin to look at it for more than a few moments, it begins to shimmer. This shimmer, as you're familiar with, is something that you have experienced maybe once or twice in your life, but is actually, in my world, what is called a water call.
Yep. There it is. I mean, I will accept the water call. I will accept the charges of the water call.
Boom, 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 boom,
Boom, boom. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, well. You have found my spring, I see.
Do I see?
Well. Very well. I was hoping the spider had its fill, but I see it had not. Inside, as you're looking at this water call, you were able to see the very tiny but very prominent still tentacles of a mind flayer growing out of a creature's mouth or out of a creature's face. So, who is Everon?
Who?
What is your name? I would love to make your acquaintance.
You'll meet the point of my sword soon enough.
Oh, well, that's no way to speak to your host.
This doesn't seem to be your house.
Host in what way?
You be quiet, voice in my head. Wait. Uh-oh.
Are you familiar with a butcher?
The butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker?
You took the words right out of my mouth. So, are you familiar with the butcher? The one who has hooks for hands?
No, but I promise to use your bones as kindling for my candles, you son of a bitch.
Oh, feisty, aren't we? I love a good fight, but unfortunately, I'm a bit preoccupied.
Want to tell me what you're preoccupied with?
Oh, but of course!
Yeah,
Of course!
had a feeling.
Don't fret, young adventurer, young Abydan Renevar, and the rest of your party. Do not fret. My minions will soon find you, as is given order by Herix, and by my great father, Chavera.
Well, then the earlier comment was absolutely warranted. To whom do I have the displeasure of addressing?
My name is Versi. Versi, as some may call the deranged. But, for your sake, I am the one whom my father has named in charge of the Red Benevict's forest. Don't worry. My massacre is coming to you. The hooks on my children's hands, and my wolves will feast on your flesh. From now until the end of your lovely days, you'll be trapped down and you will die. And with that, my friends, that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Thank you all so much for listening.
Oh, what in the world?
Noah,
Oh,
you're a real bastard. You know that?
that, no,
Give you
we
the
are.
keys on Tuesday, and then be like, "Oh, here's that thing. Here's the thing. You're a bastard, and I love you so much."
Thank you all genuinely so much for listening to this episode of The Bastard Children of Everil and Bardoon Adventure. So long.
We're
Farewell.
all gonna die.
No, we're not gonna die. I refuse to let us all die. Some of you,
Abydan's gonna die.
maybe, probably.
Quincy is going to die.
Quincy
Based
almost
on
dies every
track record.
episode.
Hello. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. If you like what you've heard, you can always support us by liking, commenting, subscribing, rating us, and telling your friends, and all the other things that people always ask for. You can also follow us on Instagram at bardoon.adventures. That's BARDUN.adventures. If you enjoyed the music featured in this podcast, you might consider supporting the creator, Troy Drinkard, by contributing to his Patreon at Drinkard the Bard. That's DRINKARD, the Bard. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you next time.